The difference between sitting in the back of a church where no one knows you and walking into a room, a small group, is they're gonna realize that I don't belong here. So that was my greatest fear walking in, was they're gonna know right away that I have no business being in a church. I was reaching out for something, but I didn't know what it was, and I felt like this was the place I needed to start. So the first time walking into Starting Point, I was really nervous. I mean, I was lucky because I had some friends that were with me. I was meeting the teachers, Ryan and Kathleen, the first time, and you know, obviously they have a history with Jesus, and I did not. In all honesty, I wasn't sure if he existed. I was afraid that they were going to judge me and, you know, think badly of me because of my lack of knowledge and lack of understanding, and I just didn't want to look stupid, basically.
Well, the first time that we met Elise at Starting Point, she was pretty quiet. She was kind of scoping things out, kind of seeing what this whole Starting Point was going to be about. And I remember for the first couple of weeks, she didn't really say a whole lot. I think she was more observing. And I remember one time, it was like middle of the program, like week 4, she just asked a question and we all perked up like, wow, okay, she's asking some cool questions. And it was really such a resonating question, not only for us as leaders, but also for everybody else in the group. And I think from that point on, we saw Elise just continue to just ask more questions. And it was such an important time, and I think a turning point for her and really for the rest of the group.
Ryan and Kathleen, they were a huge example of what God's love is, because, you know, I would ask a question that I'm like, oh my God, this is going to totally throw them off and catch them off guard, but they would actually not only answer my question, but they would tell me how much that they appreciated me asking those questions. And it was at that point that I realized that I had nothing to lose by holding back. I wanted answers, and that's why I was there. So from the beginning of Starting Point to the end, I wanted to know more. I wanted to be more connected, and I felt more connected because there was nothing to be afraid of. There was only love there. The first part of it was just getting to know us and understanding our story, so they could almost kind of customize it in a way specifically to us and to our own individual histories.
Faith is such a personal thing, and to come to a place where you don't know anybody, maybe you're just not comfortable talking about, you know, faith and God, I get it. It's a place where you just don't want to maybe open up right away, and that's okay too. And that's the beautiful thing about Starting Point, that everyone who comes, it's a safe space. It's a place where people can really open up and talk about, you know, maybe some past things, maybe some hurtful things, maybe just asking questions that they think, you know, maybe this is a dumb question. There's no dumb questions at Starting Point. And again, it's a place where just to go deeper, you know, friendships are made, maybe healing begins. Sometimes it's not easy for us to let our guard down, but when that happens, wow, some really cool things can happen.
The more you open up your heart, the closer you're going to come to God. So if there's something that you're searching for, don't be afraid to just open up your heart, rip off the Band-Aid. There's nothing that you can lose, but there's only so much you can gain. And 8 weeks, 9 weeks is just such a blip in the grand scheme of things. And in 9 weeks, you could have a whole new outlook, and it could change everything. It did change everything.